this afternoon. We are live at Twerton Park for round 2 of the A4 derby between local rivals Bath City and Chippenham Town in the Vanarama National League South. Both sides come into this contest looking for a knockout blow amid a sense of unfinished business. The entertaining Boxing Day fixture finishing 2-2 after 10-man Bath lifted themselves off the canvas to draw level late on. The sharing of the spoils at Hardenhuish Park in front of a raucous capacity crowd has ensured bragging rights remain firmly in the balance for today's return fixture. I'm Michael Boniface and I'm delighted to be sharing the commentary duties with Kent University media guru and Freshers heartthrob Joe Acklam. Summarising this afternoon, meanwhile, will be seasoned professional and Somerset Valley FM presenter Richard Burgess. Referee Robert Massey Ellis just checking his watch, about to get proceedings underway. In the A4 derby here between Bath City and Chippenham Town, Callum Gunner standing over the ball for Chippenham. The referee just checking both goalkeepers are ready to start play. And underway we are as Chippenham Town kicking right to left here towards the Bath end, send one already out of play, and it will be a goal kick for Ryan Clark. Adam Mann now battles for it on the right hand side. Ross Stern playing a lovely ball into Mischiafetti, who breaks into the box, now cuts back on his left, sprays it out to Straker just outside the area on the left hand side, dinking a ball into the box, which is collected comfortably in the end by Brad House. Some early pressure from Bath City as Rains looks to spray Ross Stern in, and a fantastic clearance from Brad House, just nicked the ball in before the Bath forward, and now it's down into the Bath City end as Robbie Cundy comes across and plays it out for a Chippenham throw-in. Certainly one to watch how the teams shape up as the game goes on. Kevin Amankwa going down under a challenge of Nat Jarvis, who now finds a pocket of space on the left-hand side, breaking in just to the side of the area and dinks one in, but Ryan Clark is underneath it and will look to get a Bath City attack going.
It was a nice play by Jarvis. He held the ball up, but in the end he was looking for his right full-back, the only one to the right of the penalty box as we looked, and it was just too difficult for him to make it. Comfortably saved by Clark.
3 minutes gone in the A4 derby between Bath City and Chippenham Town, still 0-0 as Amankwa plays one into Affetti for Bath City on the right hand side and looks to beat his opposite man, now sends one into the box, but again gathered by House just inside the Chippenham half. Now Artis throwing a diagonal ball over to Ross Stern, who cuts into his right foot, and Adam Mann fires a shot away, but it's well blocked by McDonald, the Chippenham skipper today, and he sends a diagonal ball into the Bath City box. Chippenham win a fantastic header, and it's flicked over the bar in the end by McDonald, but a great chance for the Chippenham skipper.
Yeah, wasn't it just?
Now Adam Mann looking to cause danger for the Chippenham defence. Well dealt with by Kieran Parcell, but only cleared as far as Ross Stern, who looks to get a pot shot away, giving him space and time on the ball, and he sends another one forward. Ross Stern flicking it on for Joan Rains. McDonald seems to climb all over the back of Rains, and it will be a free kick just on this right byline, and an opportunity for the Romans to put a ball into the Chippenham box. Ross Stern stands over a free kick for the Romans in a dangerous position. Whips one into the area low, which Rains looks to get a flick on, and it's fallen again to the Bath City midfielder, who flashes a left shot, but it's well blocked by the Chippenham defence. A bit scrappy in the middle temporarily as Artis looks to win it in the middle of the park, and it falls to Jack Compton, now breaking into the Bath City half on the right hand side. Good challenge comes in from Joe Rains, and now Jack Batten has the ball for Bath City, playing into Artis. Look to get Adam Mann away there, seemed to have strayed offside, but the offside flag stays down, and it will be a throw-in to Bath City, halfway into Chippenham half on the left-hand side.
Nice played by City, exploiting the spaces there between Artis and Mann. Couldn't quite control it, onside they were, but still on the attack with Stern.
Now Stern plays it into Affetti, cuts in on his left foot, seems to only play with his right, and it's a great run actually by the Bath City defence, and he goes down, and the referee points to the spot. It was a fantastic run from Mischiafetti, who found himself in a rather uncomfortable area, you would have thought, for a right back, bursting into the air on the left-hand side, but went down under the challenge, and it will be a penalty for the Romans.
Great play by Affetti there, really great play.
Anthony Straker, the Bath City skipper, with a huge chance to put his side 1-0 up in the A4 derby as he strides forward to take the penalty and slots it home in the bottom right corner, lifts his arm aloft to the Bath City faithful, and Bath City are 1-0 up against Chippenham Town.
And Bath City have found themselves a penalty taker as well. What a consolation that is. Great penalty by Straker. Waiting for the keeper to move. He did. He dived to his left. Straker went low and hard down to the right. Comfortable penalty, clinically taken. Well played Straker, well played Affetti.
The fourth penalty Bath City captain Anthony Straker has scored already this season, his fifth for the season in total. Chippenham have it all to do now. They have lost 8 of the 10 games they have gone behind in, so it's an uphill battle from here.
Yeah, it's a very interesting statistic, that, isn't it? When Chippenham go behind, they struggle to get themselves back into a game. Let us hope it stays the same this afternoon.
First blood to Bath City as they go 1-0 up here against Chippenham Town. They'll be looking to get themselves right back in it, approaching the 20-minute mark. Finds its way out to Compton on this left-hand side, digs over a very dangerous cross in the end, which Ryan Clark has to tip over, and that was a hairy moment for the Bath City keeper.
Wasn't it just?
As Compton plays it short corner and now whips one into the Bath City box, a dangerous ball, well dealt with by Artis at the front post, and now it will be Gunner to collect for Chippenham, looks to get it back into the box, and now Ross Stern with a loose ball. Artis throws a lovely pass out to the right-hand side for Michi Affetti, bursting down the right-hand side, seeing plenty of the ball. Of course, won the penalty for Bath City. Plays it inside to James Morton, who has a pop himself, and finds back out to Affetti on this right-hand side. Chippenham now getting back in numbers, and it's Compton who puts in the challenge, goes down holding his right knee. Referee waves play on, and gets a bit scrappy in the middle of the park, and Amankwa sees it out for a Bath City throw-in. Smar has it for Chippenham, looking to find a teammate. Not too many options so far for the Bluebirds, as Compton sends a loose ball, and it is Joe Rains with a pocket of space now. Michi Affetti bursting into the area, has a shot himself, falls to Stern, and Stern puts it into the back of the net, and it's an electric start from the Romans here. They've gone 2-0 up with only 21 minutes gone. It's Bath City 2, Chippenham Town 0.
A fortuitous goal, but what an important time to get a second one. Affetti released the game on the right-hand side, driving at the goal again. Took a shot, always going wide of the target, but Stern was making a run on the diagonal to the shot, got his toe to it, controlled it, hit it again, and passed House for the second goal of the afternoon.
Ross Stern's 7th league goal this season, and what an important one it could prove to be. Michi Affetti getting the inadvertent assist there, having a shot of his own which seemed to be dribbling wide and managed to sort of bounce into Ross Stern's path, who then finished with aplomb past Brad House in the Chippenham goal, but really is a long way back now for Chippenham Town.
2-0 down midpoint in the first half. It's going to be very, very difficult for them now with Affetti on the attack again.
Ball's wide with Michi Affetti to get the ball across, and it's blocked in that play in a Bath City corner, and a chance to bring Jack Batten and Robbie Cundy up from the back. Man swings it across, it's gone all the way to the back post and punched away by Bradley House. Michi Affetti goes up but loses the header. Goes out with Joe Rains on the far side with Josh Smart for company. It's a dart beyond the Chippenham Town midfielder. It's got into the box but bashed away quite easily. Michi Affetti keeps the attack alive. Robbie Cundy finds Adam Mann out on the side, looks to come inside and shoot. It's blocked and come away and find Nat Jarvis on the counter-attack here for Chippenham Town. He's got Nick McCooty ahead of him, a couple of step-overs before losing the ball and fouling Frankie Artis. Ball's given back out wide as Jack Compton loses the ball, and Michi Affetti once again looks to get down the side. He's been really dangerous so far this afternoon. He's coming into the middle. He's been well stopped by Josh Marr. James Morton's in the middle. He looks out for Adam Mann. Finds him on this right-hand side. He's dribbling at the defence. Coming inside, it's a good shaped run. He looks to shoot, but it's well blocked. He'll come back for Joe Rains, who just scuffles it. Ross Stern, and that's 3-0. Bath City, game, set and match. As Ross Stern latches onto the loose ball to put it beyond the goalkeeper. And Bath City and Chippenham Town have a mountain to climb.
Well, Stern enjoyed that goal even more than the first one. He's in front of them today, tomorrow, always. Sign of the class, he's enjoyed that second one. And again, great play by City. 2 on this side, driving at the Chippenham defence. Both left footers, the shot finally coming in. And Stern making another diagonal run into the box, following up. Little toe poke on it. Wide of House, and Chippenham, they're just not winning the second balls, and if you're not doing that, City are scoring today.
Compton looking to come inside, but he's well marked by Michi Affetti, and the high press has almost won the ball back there by Joe Rains. Chippenham Town looking absolutely rattled out there. The Smart to get something going, but it's pretty comfortable for Straker to clear. He's headed forward by Will Richards, but once again Chippenham really can't hold the ball for very long at the moment.
They're in a bit of a mess at the moment.
Joe Rains once again on the throw, gives it short this time to Adam Mann before getting the ball back. He just looks to try and get beyond McDonald in the corner, but he's well pressed by the Chippenham captain. He's forced to go back to James Morton, who maybe not have the impression on this game he might have wanted, but it's not really mattering at the moment for Bath City. Artus gives the ball out to this near side. Joe Rains, Adam Mann, to switch the play, and he's done very well. Here's Straker. He's got Ross Stern outside him. He looks to come inside the Bath City goal scorer. Gives it inside. Robbie Cundy! And it can't be held. And Bath City are 4-0 up in the first half against Chippenham Town. And it's Robbie Cundy with the strike from the edge of the 18-yard box.
Jerry Gill enjoyed that goal, as did most of the crowd as well. The fourth one going in. And well worked by City on this near right-hand side. A couple of left-footers involved. As there always is, putting it into the middle of the park. An advantage, of course, with that five at the back. Straker well forward. Gainey looked like he was going to pull the trigger. Cut it back onto his right foot. Little pass to Cundy. And Cundy, no mistake. Hard and low towards the keeper's right. House went the right way. Couldn't get a proper hand on it, though. 4-0 to City.
Ryan Clark's trying to get the ball out from the back as Bath City look to build another attack. It's clipped over the top. Adam Mann, the flag stays down. If he can keep good control here, he'll be in his round. Bradley House. And it's so close to being 5-0 and probably should have been from Adam Mann, but he's denied being on the score sheet by a wide angle.
That was so unlucky by Mann. He did all the hard work. He committed House outside his 18-yard box. The keeper didn't know quite what to do. Mann, little shimmy, popped it around him, open goal away, Matt, but it was a tight angle as well.
No such luck for Chippenham today. They find themselves 4-0 down at Twerton Park. They're looking to come forward here through Jack Batten. Gives it wide to Anthony Straker. Batten continues his run into the box. A step over, trying to get beyond the fullback here, and it's driven into the middle. And flicked over the bar by Will Richards, and Bath City have a corner. Jack Compton looking to get it in at the near post, and it's headed out towards the far. Nick Chiaffetti gets it only so far clear, and it's played into the middle. He's looked to loop the keeper, and Ryan Clark pulls off quite an impressive save, but he's once again going to have to go back. Here's Gunner, but halfway inside the Bath City half, swings it in. Nick McCooty flicks it on, but it won't quite find the target. As the referee blows it, ends to this half, which will be absolute jubilation for Bath City. Chippenham Town not starting 2019 off in the right way as they trail by 4-0 here at Twerton Park.
Sorry for the slight delay there as we change things over here on Bath City Internet Radio. The second half has got underway. Bath City 4-0 up at Twerton Park against the Bluebirds. But an early opportunity for the Romans, which Mann hoists into the box. A dangerous looking ball, which Jack Batten was underneath there. It's Chippenham who have started on the front foot so far this second half. Now Bath City sending one long for Adam Mann, who bursts into the area and looks to create a bit of space on his left foot, but can't quite manage to do so. And now it's with Frankie Artis on the halfway line for Bath City on the right-hand side. Playing it back with Kevin Amankwa, and again, Bath City finding it much easier to keep hold of the ball so far. Not the fast start we were just about expecting, but nonetheless, a brilliant one for the Romans as McDonald flicks on a dangerous one, which goalkeeper for Chippenham, Brad House, has to deal with.
Osai only came in on Christmas Eve and from Crystal Palace as well, so has at least some experience of Premiership football in terms of who he may well have trained with. We'll see how he does today for Chippenham.
Brad House applied under real pressure there by the Bath City midfielder Joe Rains. It will be Ross Stern to take the corner for the Romans. Another opportunity to test out Chippenham back line, which is very much wilted under the pressure so far. Stern delivering a ball to the back post. Cundy underneath it, heads it into the area dangerously, and a good clearing header sends it out for another Romans corner. As Mann sends one into the box to the back post, but no one underneath it for the Romans. And Chippenham have it on the right-hand side and look to clear, but make a bit of a mess of it. And it will be a Bath City throw-in right by the corner flag on the left-hand side.
And that was terrific closing down then as well by City.
Kevin Amankwa takes his time for a throw-in on the right-hand side for Bath City. Stern underneath it, he's battled well and finds his strike part. Adam Mann bursting in on goal. It's a great chance, one-on-one with the keeper, who goes down, and Adam Mann dinks a lovely shot into the bottom corner. It really has been all Bath City, and they lead now 5-0 against Chippenham Town.
What a delightful finish by Mann there. That was pure quality there. The little head from Stern. Stern has had a terrific game this afternoon. Heading the ball on, Mann running straight the goal. Again, I felt House was too far out of his area. He'd gone past the penalty spot. He left Mann with a decision to make early, but Mann did not make it well. Left House on the floor, dinked it over him, into the far post, left-hand side as we look. A quality finish from a quality play so far from City.
As Robbie Cundy wins another header for the Romans. Referee Massey Ellis has blown his whistle for a free kick as the Chippenham physio comes running on. Looks like Makuti is down and in some pain there.
Interesting again, and I think it's as much confidence as anything else, but 5-0 down. Makuti, who Joe referred to in the first half of this game on the 26th of December, giving quite a run around on Cundy, but Cundy in complete control this afternoon, to the extent that Makuti, who's up and moving around, the referee's sending him off the field of play, because that's what should happen if you've had the training in the field.
Makuti, who doesn't look as smug as he did on
I don't see him
Boxing Day.
doing any signatures in front of Jerry Gill so far today.
Certainly not, and hasn't been a good afternoon for Makuti. Been a real peripheral figure to this game, as really the rest of his Chippenham teammates.
Oh, and well done the referee. A good old-fashioned drop ball. I love a good old-fashioned drop ball, won by Frankie Artis.
Joe Rains wins a header for Bath City, now snaps into the challenge and finds his central midfield partner Frankie Artis, but a late challenge coming in there from Gunner, and Artis has gone down in a heap, and it's all getting a bit angry and tempers are flaring in the middle of the pitch as referee gets out the yellow card straight away, just looking to calm things down, I suppose.
Well, as I mentioned, Mr. Massey Ellis, I thought he had a good first half. He's having a good second half as well so far. Just over-enthused, Gunner, and I can see what's happening now. They're riled now, Chippenham. Of course, they've conceded this half as well.
Still about half an hour or so to go at Twerton Park. The Romans 5-0 up against Chippenham Town, who look to play it forward to Makuti and finds a yard of space as Bath City recklessly dive in, and Makuti now looks to play in on the right-hand side for Josh Schmar, but just a bit too heavy. As I say, that referee, Massey Ellis, has blown, and it will be a Chippenham free kick right on the edge of the area.
Well, Frankie Artis there, and Makuti renewing old acquaintances, of course, ex-teammates here at Twerton Park. A late challenge coming in there on Makuti, but Makuti had done well initially before that as well. Ridden one challenge, ducked past the second one to create some space. In fact, his delivery of the pass wasn't great, but the referee brought the game back for the foul and a booking on Artis as well.
It is the free kick to be taken, and it's a disappointing one right at the bottom of the wall. Not sure what he was trying there, Guthrie. It's now Parcell to have another shot. Round two, but again blocked by the Bath City wall.
Right in, as you said, to the mid-drifts. A disappointing end to an opportunity there as Chippenham made their third and final change.
It will be number 3, Rhys Davies, coming on. Looks like another substitution, Tom Smith, who was man of the match in the last home game against Chelmsford, the 2-0 win. And to come on today, Frankie Artis will be coming off as Brad House sends one into the Bath City half. And really have struggled to keep the ball today, Chippenham. No one really in the middle of the park taking control of things, as James Morton does exactly that for Bath City, but gives it away and finds it back again. And now slips a lovely ball into Mischiafetti, who's been a real outlet for the Romans, and drives at the back line of Chippenham, seems to go down, and the referee has pointed for a free kick.
The referee is going to book him now, and I think rightly so in the first place.
Looks like Adam Mann going to shoot, and he does, and it was pretty tamely over the bar in the end. Morton, who's dropped deeper since Frankie Arters came off, so he can sort of try and link play, allowing Tom Smith to make his mazy runs higher up the pitch. Kevin Omankwa inside to Afeti, back to Omankwa, who of course playing centre-back today, but is a right-back by trade. As Afeti looking to get beyond and once again setting off one of his dribbles up the pitch, but this time finds a wall of Chippenham defenders in his way. Ball given here as Joe Range can get down the sides, falls back to Cundy, gives it back into Rains. Rains coming inside, knocks it down the line. Tom Smith trying to get on the ball before it's knocked down a play by Will Richards. He will take the applause of the Bath City faithful this afternoon. A fantastic performance from Bath City's striker, playing back down the middle today, having played quite a lot out wide into Jerry Gill since rejoining the Romans. And there's that man Ryan Brunt, who got back on the score sheet at Chippenham after a little bit of a goal drought, and will look to add to that tally once again this afternoon. Tom Smith gets the ball out wide in the right wing area alongside the box, gives it back to Michi Afeti, uses his pace to get beyond Rhys Davis, whose recovery challenge is good, and it'll go out for a corner. The man will look to swing this corner in. He's got a few more targets to aim at now as the goalkeeper with a bit of a scare, but able to palm the ball clear as Nick Makuti sort of half-heartedly chases that ball.
Free kick for City.
Morton looking to loop it in towards that back post. It's come up towards Cundy, who's just too late to get on the end of it. You can see that Venom would have put in a header with the jump, but it's gone out for a goal kick. Although the Chippenham end does look slightly thinner this half than was the case earlier in the game. The ball struck against the hand of Chippenham's defender as the ball was looking to get flicked towards Tom Smith. It'll be a free kick once again to Bath City.
I have lost count of the yellow cards this half. Is that maybe 4 or 5 to Chippenham now, I think?
Coming up from the back for it, as is usual. He looks to get it in, trying to get in there. Roy Cundy sliding, but can't quite get on the end of the ball. Karakosai once again, just outside the box, to come inside. He shapes well and looks to shoot, and it's hit against the heels of James Morton. Comes out and looks to get in by George Rigg, and will come away, and Ryan Clark jumping with Nick Makuti, who was in offside position and went in studs up, but referee is not going to do anything about that. Corner from the far side here, in from the middle. It's headed up in. Nick Makuti right in front of goal, and it's found its way into the hands of Ryan Clark. Bath City retain the ball. Rains out to Omankwa. Adam Mann pulls out to the side. Him and Parcell, the two number 14s, chasing that ball into the corner. Gives it back. Here is Omankwa. He's got Afeti and Smith ahead of him. Uses Adam Mann. And it's a lovely feint from Michi Afeti, but also he didn't really do a lot from it. Kevin Omankwa and Joe Rains. Anthony Straker all the way on the far side of him. Gets Tom Smith in behind. Ryan Brunt is in the middle, and he can't quite link up with his fellow substitute there, Tom Smith. So that ball's gone back to Brad House, as we've said, will be returning to West Bromwich Albion after this afternoon's game. He may or may not come back as Nick Makuti can come in down the side, looks to finish. His shot hits the body of Ryan Clark, who's got a couple in the middle, looks to use Tarek Osai, who skies the ball over the bar, as the waves will probably tell you from the Bath City crowd. Joe Rains looks to find Tom Smith in behind. He's got Davies for company, who's on loan from Shrewsbury Town, but Swindon Town. But Tom Smith gets beyond, looking to get in the middle, but his cross wasn't quite of the quality that was needed to find Adam Mann. It's played down the line towards Nick Makuti, who takes it on the thigh and looks to get beyond Anthony Straker and flash it across. Nat Jarvis won't quite get on the end of it. And it's out to the far side. Rhys Davis can't keep it in.
I think what I've enjoyed about Stern at Twerton Park today is the intelligence of the runs he's made to get these 2 goals.
Adam Mann flicks it over, will find Tom Smith, whose touch lets him down a little bit and allows them to get back into it. It's cleared by Rhys Davis. That could have been a chance for the Cheltenham loanee, but he wasn't quite crisp enough in his control to unlock that defence. His 3 minutes have been added on to the end of the match here. 3 minutes of more torture for Chippenham, really. As Joe Rains wriggles his way past a couple of midfielders and gives it up to Michi Afeti. We play the ball back to Kevin Omankwa. It's Bath City just slowing the play down, keeping their foot on the ball. There's no need to overly exert themselves before another weekend match. As James Morton gets the ball back, there's Jack Batten. at the back. He gives it inside. Here's Reigns. Reigns with the outside of the boot Travella pass to Straker, who feints and comes inside Tarek Osai. He's looking to run here. He's got a couple of men on him. Gives it out to Tom Smith. He'll find Michi Afete. All the way back to Kevin Amanka as Varsity see no obvious route past the Chippenham defence. James Morton was put under a lot of pressure that I'm not sure he knew was there from Evans, and it's going to be a free kick to Bath City just in front of that centre circle.
Yeah, a little bit of a foul there by Guthrie, but enough of a foul to see the clock down for City. They take the free kick early.
He's played it out to Adam Mann, who's in a wide area and driving towards the edge of the box. Plays it in, it's flicked over the back and will come towards the Fenny, but will roll out on the far side. Just looking to dart either side, coming towards the near post, headed away by Nat Jarvis. Amanka and Makuti in a foot race to get there, which Makuti wins. He's not got a lot of support, and James Morton's driving him back. Davis kicks it long, and Tarek Osai will chase with Anthony Straker, which has been the story of the second half, really, those two. Bad next over as the referee calls an end to a very successful A4 derby for Jerry Gill and Bath City, as it is 5-0 to Bath City against Chippenham Town. And an absolutely fantastic start to the new year for Bath City, and if this is anything to go by, 2019 will be quite something for Bath City. Rich, it was Bath City trying a new formation. Obviously they played at the weekend against Western Supermare, but it's really working for them, isn't it, at the moment? Two wins using it.
Oh, that was a demolition. It was all over after half an hour. That given Straker enough time with a penalty and Stern to score twice. And I think so, it just worked extremely effectively. I thought in part that was down to Chippenham not managing it well enough, but the two wing-backs pushing on caused havoc in that first period, and that was Straker, but in particular Afeti he destroyed it.
Chippenham Town are no mugs as a club, really. They were 3 points behind Bath City coming into this game, as they were going into the Thursday for derby. So then, there's probably a fair reputation for the average side in National League South. Do Bath City try and use this momentum, try and get in towards the playoff positions and hopefully even around them come the end of the season?
I think it was interesting when City had a rest. They missed a couple of weeks going back to the tail end of November, early December, and Jerry was talking about being chomping at the bit, and they then went and lost 2 games. And momentum to me is so important. If you look at a lot of the Premiership winning teams over the years, Chelsea, Liverpool, they use very few players. And what I like about Cities is when they've got the momentum, I think they're a better side. And I think that this afternoon was partly about the Chippenham result on Boxing Day, partly about confidence, but partly about continuity as well. A lot of games coming thick and fast, replacements coming back, being available. City are in a good position right at the right time of the year.
Very satisfactory start to 2019 for Bath City, who start by winning by 5-0 against local rivals Chippenham Town. We will of course be back for Dulwich Hamlet. Mark Stillman back on commentary duties, and we'll see you there.